Hi, everyone. My name is Kelly Steinke. I'm the creator of Silver Moon Spelling Rules and the founder of Read Learning Educational Services. I'm here today with Kate Wagner. Welcome, Kate.
Hello, how are you?
Doing great.
Good.
Kate is the author of our Silver Moon blog, which is located on silvermoonspellingrules.com /blog. And her latest and greatest is what we're going to talk about today, the Extra Exam blog. Extra Exam is a spelling rule. I'll show it to you here. This guy looks like this. It's a spelling rule that helps students with the spelling for X, the EX spelling. And interestingly enough, EX has a couple different sounds. It can say X or it can say eggs, like I'm going to fry some eggs for breakfast. And it depends on what follows that EX pattern. If X has a vowel after it, it says eggs. And if it has a consonant after it, it says X. Now, a lot of people don't realize this. So Kate has created this crafty blog. I'm going to pop this open for you to see. You'll find the blog here and some information, tips and tricks, things to consider. But what we're going for here are the reproducibles at the end, because we've got a game called Treasure Hunt, and we're going to do some role playing. So Kate's going to be the teacher and I'll be the student. So I'll let you take it away from here, Kate.
Oh, sure. And I thought I would share it, as I was thinking about writing this blog, I thought about how many times X, like as in, extra, or eggs as an exam, came so naturally for me that it was actually kind of a tricky rule to learn. So it's really one of those rules you have to get yourself into the student's shoes, which hopefully I give you a good example of how students might perceive those sounds in the blog as well.
Yeah, there's one other thing, this extra exam rule I wanted to mention too. It comes right out of the Silver Moon Spelling Rules, the instructor's manual here. It's lesson 9, and there's a tip and trick in here, like a little, note. And I'm going to read it to you because I don't think a lot of people realize this. It says, when words contain a single S, the S can say Z. Okay, we all know that. But this is an explanation for why X, as in EX, the spelling, can sound like it ends with a Z, like in the word exam. Because that EX has that S sound at the end, then that S is turning into a Z sound. How's that?
That's a very good tip.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. Once we break down what the two sounds that the X is made out of, it really makes a lot of sense.
It does.
So I'm going to share this game, and I want to start by showing you just what the teacher copy looks like of the reproducibles. So this is a game called Treasure Hunt, or X marks the spot. And this is a game that you could really use any of your own word lists with, but of course we create a word list for you of both real and nonsense words using the EX spelling pattern. So what you would do as an instructor is you would have this spelling key that gives all of the corresponding words that go with our treasure hunt map, the quadrants on our map. And the student is trying to search for the treasure. So that's what we will model today. I've pre-selected a box to be our treasure. So as an instructor, you'll want to pick one of these words that is the bonus treasure word. All right, Kelly, are you ready?
I am, Kate. I hope I get the treasure.
Oh, I hope so too. All right, why don't you go ahead and pick one of the spaces to dig?
Okay, I am going to pick B4.
B4. All right, so that word, I'm going to have you spell it, is exotic. Ooh, you picked a harder one, exotic.
Exotic. When I say that word, I hear eggs. exotic.
Aha. So she recognized that it's still an EX, even though it sounds like eggs. She didn't insert a Z. So I give you permission to dig in that spot. And what online, I have my students actually use the highlighter tools on here. So to show her digging, I would have her kind of dig and I'd say, oh, she's dug in that spot. There is no treasure there. Try again.
Okay, I'm going to pick another spot. Let's go with C2.
C2. Ooh, another real word. Expect.
Expect. So if I tap out my syllables, I'm going to have expect. 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 I kind of want the space where my syllable is.
I like to do that too. So she used the EX, and this one sounds more like an X with that S sound because it's right before a consonant. But she spelled it right without adding an S. And that one, we're going to dig. Oh, no treasure there. We have to keep searching.
All right. So now if I would have spelled this incorrectly, what would happen then, Kate?
You can choose as an instructor, I think the best way would be to guide your student to getting the correct answer using some guided learning strategies saying, how is X spelled? Do we have an S in there or is that part of the X? And get them to the right answer so that they can dig. Now you can't dig in that spot unless you've gotten it correct.
Okay, so for instance, let's just pretend I made a mistake on that word. Let's pretend I spelled the word expect. I added the S and you've guided me to fix it. And then I realized, on the back of my rule card, it does say at the bottom, we're not allowed to spell in English language with an EXS.
Correct.
Under the watch out section. So that's another clue for me to help me remember not to spell with an EXS. So
very nice.
All right. Okay, let's do one more. I'm going to go with B1. No, wait, I think B2.
B2? Okay. This one is a nonsense word. So now we can't use any of those memorization skills that we've developed. We just have to use our spelling rule. And the word is X-trip. Can you say that?
X-trip? Okay, so I've got X-trip.
That's correct.
Okay, X-trip.
And that is correct. Very nice. Even on a nonsense word, you were able to use that rule. Let's dig. It looks like X marks the spot. You have found the treasure. Now, gameplay at this point can be all finished. If the student is just having way too much fun, maybe you add another treasure to the map. There could be more than one treasure. I also will review that there is a blank instructor key that you may wish to insert some other spelling list rules, maybe perhaps a mix of different words that use the rules you've already learned to get a little review in there. So it's a very flexible game.
Yeah, so really you could use this game with any spelling rule we have. Yeah,
absolutely.
This is great. Well, that is our treasure hunt game. And it's made for the EX spelling rule for extra exam, but it is usable with any spelling rule. Kate, did you have anything else you wanted to add today?
I think that's it. You did some great spelling today.
I've had a little practice. Thanks. Okay, everyone, have a good evening. And don't forget to check out our blog at www.silvermoonspellingrules.com. Thank you for watching.
See you next time.